As you guys may have heard me talk, I've said in I believe the last video or so that I am gonna do something special with this pick with the 200 episodes. So we're gonna do that. This is the top 10 heavy metal guitar solos. Overall, I'm a big fan of metal. I'm not a big fan of the fan base because not every band ever. But with some bands the fan base is really rabid. And some metalheads can, say the most ridiculous shit, I'm not naming names, but there's just some people out there, or actually a lot of people out there in metal that think, they're better than everything else. And I have to say that I kinda agree with that, in some way. Because we concentrate and we, talk about the details about music. We are talking about music more rather than, just partying and shit like that. Dull musicless party, soulless party music. That's dull. Just dull music in general. We're not about that. The top 10 heavy metal guitar solos. Do I have some predictions? I believe I have seen Alex do this one. Mom, Ministry of Music, when he was still around. He did this for I believe the 100 episode. So I thought to myself, let's do a special as well. If you're a metal fan, this is your lucky day because I'm reacting to it. If that is your thing. Do I have some predictions? Yeah. I know what is number one because I've watched the video already. I believe Metallica's on there with 1, Slayer with Seasons in the Abyss. Slayer's quitting, by the way, if you didn't know that. Slayer is no more. Fucking Slayer, man. Are there more bands? I don't know. Are there more bands? I believe Yngwie Malmsteen was on there, I'll remember, or you forgot, I'll remember, something like that. So that is on the list. So we're just gonna watch the video, before I spoil the entire video. So let's go. Kirk Hammett is on the thumbnail, I believe. When he was in his late 90s, when he cut his hair. Not his best look in my opinion, because he doesn't really look like Kirk Hammett anymore, but there we go. Let's dive into the video and enjoy. Requested by... Oh, actually, nice. There is somebody that requested this one. That requested this video for WatchMojo, and he is called Blackwater Park. That is nice. Death warrant for that. One of the best albums ever. Just just saying. Not in metal, but all time. Black Sabbath. Not the audio, but the clip.
Heavy metal guitar solos.
I believe Paul Gilbert is dead, but I'm not sure. I believe he is. I can look it up, of course. I'm gonna say this. This is not my original comment, but I'm gonna say it anyway. It looks like Steve Vai getting a blowjob. It really looks like that. I mean, yeah, it just does. That's not original because Alex said that already, so. I still remember that, 2 or 3 years later. I still remember that shit. Holy shit. Absolutely no life. Yeah, but Van Halen and GNR are hard rock. I mean, if you have a brain cell in your skull, you must know that those picks are, not included. Or you are a mojoholic, Those people are not the smartest, they're not the brightest. I'm not offending you if you're a fan, but, well, actually I am. Yeah, but I mean, it's hard rock, fuck off. Bucket that is instrumental and Stairway is also hard rock. I mean, if you are a heavy metal fan and you know this shit, it really isn't that difficult. I mean, come on. It's so sad as well because, you know, WatchMojo is so, you know, they're so, you know, they don't have a lot of knowledge about metal, but they have all this, you know, power and viewership that they can, you know, make these videos with a lot of views because they're WatchMojo. That is the sad thing about YouTube, man. They have almost no knowledge about metal, but they get the most views because they are the biggest channel. Not even dedicated to metal, but to everything, to please everybody. And what do you get then? Then you please no one. So yeah. That is actually the perfect metaphor for WatchMojo's channel. We try to please everybody, but we, you know, please nobody in the end. That is the perfect metaphor for WatchMojo.
Powerslave, Iron Maiden.
I mean, number 10. I mean, the solo is amazing. Powerslave is probably the best record, you know, one off. Rhyme is amazing. It doesn't have an amazing solo, but Powerslave does. It really does.
What do you do when you have 3 guitarists in your band? Have to take part in an epic 3-way solo, of course.
Yannick Gers is in, you know, he joined in the 90s, I believe, when, you know, Iron Maiden went downhill with, how's the album called again? You know, with Bring Your Daughter to the Slaughter. No Prayer for the Dying, which is, you know, easily one of the weaker albums with Bruce. You know, I'm not a fan of that record, but you know, Yannick Gers joined. And he wasn't on the original Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner, so yeah, I mean,
and Adrian Smith didn't all track the original recording, but that doesn't stop.
I believe Alex fucking flipped his mind when he heard this. Yeah, Yannick Gers, he wasn't on the original recording, so don't count him in, but WatchMojo literally explains it there, Alex, so yeah, I mean, rip. They literally explain it afterwards, so yeah.
Starting with a slow melodic melody that builds into an eruption of awesomeness, Powerslave has it all.
Yeah, it does. So why is it number 10? Nobody will know. Afterlife.
Number 9.
I mean,
Afterlife.
I'm just gonna put this out there. Iron Maiden below or Avenged Sevenfold above Iron Maiden. Does this sound right to you? I thought so. I mean, what the fuck? I mean, not a bad band, but above the legends. Above this fucking band right here. I mean, no. Just no.
Some guitar solos are all about flash, and Avenged Sevenfold's Sinister Gates has that in spades.
Technicality, feel, you know, production, atmosphere, but you know, they're all about flash, I would say. You know, WatchMojo says.
Reminiscent of the many bands that influenced them, the Afterlife solo is lightning fast and dares anyone to try and keep up. It's a touch of old school metal mixed with a bit of modern flair.
Yeah, this is probably their best song, Afterlife.
Introduces the art of the heavy metal solo on this Avenged Sevenfold single to those who might not have had as much exposure, and help the band reach the top 20 of Billboard's Rock Tracks chart.
Slayer. Number 8. Yeah, there we go.
In the Abyss, Slayer.
Probably their best song.
All you need to do is simply utter that one
Slayer!
word, fan knows what you're talking about.
Fucking Slayer, mate.
One of the best reasons to headbang is this gem from their 5th album, Seasons.
It is. It's their last great album. I think we can all agree on that.
Blindingly fast and unapologetic, Kerry King and the late Jeff Hanneman bring the pain.
The solo is amazing.
This is about as metal as you can get.
It's a great solo, but you know, what is the definition of getting metal? You know, WatchMojo's saying these retarded ass things that, you know, we all think of as metalheads, you know, as, what the fuck do you mean with that? I mean, do you mean it needs to be heavier, death metal? Do you need it to be more darker, black metal, more symphonic, you know, more upbeat, power metal? I mean, they don't explain that shit, so yeah, I mean, you know, personally, you don't need to, you know, dive too deep into what WatchMojo is saying because you're gonna get fucking confused as fuck, you know, just as me. So don't do that, which I just did. So fucking hell.
Number 7. You don't remember, I'll never forget. Yngwie Malmsteen.
Yeah, I've talked about this pick. Weird as fucking title. You know, the solo is amazing. I cannot deny that. I'm personally not a big fan of, you know, those shredding guitars like, you know, Paul Gilbert, Steve Vai, Yngwie Malmsteen. I'm not a big fan of those guitars because, you know, they're all about technicality, and I feel that, you know, they lose that a bit, you know, they lose feeling because they don't have, it's all technicality. And you can say, you know, Steve Vai has some really emotional solos, and that is true. I cannot take that away from the guy. But it's more about, you know, racing and more about a race or something, you know, about who is faster and stuff. Oh, see me shred, you know. It's more about that than actually feel. You can say that about John Petrucci or something like that. But if you listen to, you know, Another Day or to the ending of Octavarium, you know, songs like that, then you can really feel, you know, he can play fast, but he can also, you know, play a few notes that, you know, just get you there. And, you know, just carry you with the entire song, you know, with just a few notes. So John Petrucci has that diversity to them. So I love him. But, you know, I'm not a big fan of these guitars, that's what I'm trying to say here. I still can respect the art, but I'm just not into them.
With a name like Yngwie Malmsteen, you just know that we're in for a rotten good time.
It's a great stage name though, I have to say. Yngwie.
Listening to his riffs alone will
fucking hell, Yngwie Malmsteen.
Though Malmsteen's discography is highlighted by epic instrumentals, like the iconic Black Star.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Black Star is great. I know another Black Star by Carcass. Oh my god, their Black Star is amazing.
You don't remember? I'll never forget.
Yeah, you know, a lot of people, if you don't know Carcass, they're, you know, death metal bands, gore grind or grindcore in the beginning, melodic death metal later. I prefer, you know, the later albums. Most people, you know, the purists prefer the grindcore albums, but I prefer, you know, the melodic because they have more melody to them, in my opinion. So there we go. Although I must say, you know, Swansong gets a lot of shit. But I actually really like that album, I really love it. It's a death and roll album. I mean, I believe they invented that genre, which is great, I think. Sounds amazing. But I believe Carcass doesn't have any solo, so they're not gonna be included.
If there was ever a solo that told you both what he was about and the time period of metal you were in, this is it.
Basically. It has a lot of feel to it though, so, but I'm still not really into it. Pantera. Floods. I never can say that fucking word. Yeah, I'm just gonna say floods because, you know, I'm Dutch and I have the worst accent ever, so there we go. Dutchies have the worst accent.
Number 6. Floods. Pantera.
Yeah, flood. I'm not gonna say the word, fuck no. Floods. Floods.
Pantera is considered
I'm not gonna say it again.
one of the best metal bands of all time, and for good reason.
One of the most overrated, must say that.
Aside from clever lyrics and a no BS attitude.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I like Pantera. You know, they're still up there as one of my favorite bands, you know, of metal. Because, you know, they have Cowboys and, you know, Vulgar, of course, there's classic albums, Far Beyond. Great Southern Tranquil with this solo on it is fantastic, I must say that, but Overall, they get really, they're still a great band, but I don't return to them regularly because, when you hear their album once, you basically have heard it. There's not a lot of secret meanings behind it, which means I don't, replay these albums a lot, if that makes sense. It's an amazing solo, don't get me wrong, but when I've heard it once, I've basically heard it, There's not really any meaning. Of course there's a meaning behind it, but it's not really, there's not more involved, There's not more, there are no more, special features that are happening in the song that you can also concentrate on the next time, if that makes sense.
Throughout his career, he gave us many memorable solos, like the one from Cemetery Gates. But Floods is the most unique and different. It may be slower paced.
Yeah, I mean, just all the Alex memories come to mind when I, view this, when I'm watching this video. Cemetery Gates? But you're playing Floods! Get the fuck on what you're on about! Those classic Alex lives, man, they are amazing. Alex getting angry at the bitch because, they include Cemetery Gates as well. It's kind of annoying, but yeah, it's fucking funny. It really is. Judas Priest? Yeah.
Number 5. Painkiller, Judas
One of the best, really. Judas Priest was already amazing with, their 70s work, Stained Glass, Set Wings of Destiny. Sin After Sin is really underrated, with their 80s works, Screaming for Vengeance. Defenders of the Faith, British Steel. And then, with the 90s, holy shit, man. Not a lot of records, Juggulator and Painkiller. But, man, Painkiller is, wow, it's one of the best.
If there is any band that knows how to make a heavy metal anthem, it's Judas Priest. Glenn Tipton and KK Downing are masters of their craft.
Yep. I've already reviewed it. It's such an awesome album.
You know what they say, 2 is always better than 1. And combining these two made for the perfect combination.
It's fantastic. New Judas Priest album coming out. Oh man. They keep on rocking, man.
Painkiller cranks it to 11, and then to 12, and...
I think that album is gonna rock though.
This is what speed is all about. And our necks are still sore from banging our heads to this classic track.
They're such an amazing band. Speaking of amazing bands.
Children of the Grave, Black Sabbath.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't the most flashy or the most technical solo, but Black Sabbath proves, with a lot of feel and a lot of doom in their music, they can just bring the solo with just an, the amazing ending, the Tony Iommi riff. Who writes the best riffs, man? He writes the best metal riffs, I mean, come on.
Yourself a metal fan and aren't into or aware of Black Sabbath, then you better get cracking.
This is a really controversial thing to say nowadays. Yeah, everything in metal is, but if you're not, a Black Sabbath fan and you like metal, that's not per se a bad thing. I'm not hating on you. I love Black Sabbath though, don't get me wrong. The first 6 albums still rock. I still like some Dio records, Heaven and Hell's great, Mob Rules. Dehumanizer's requested, so I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I mean, those are great records, I think. And the Black Sabbath albums with Ozzy are amazing. The first 6, of course. Yeah, and besides that, they are a great band, of course. They are classic. And what did I want to say? You don't have to necessarily be a Black Sabbath fan to be a metalhead. I mean, maybe you like death metal or black metal a bit more. You're not into the hard rock blues thing. I can understand it, but if you are a heavy metal fan and you haven't heard of this band, which is kind of ridiculous, I think, as well, then you really need to check them out. They are an amazing band.
Of all things heavy metal. And one of the reasons for this is guitarist Tony Iommi. Many contemporary guitarists credit Iommi's ingenuity as their inspiration, and consider his work a milestone that laid the groundwork for what was to come. The solo from Children of the Grave is truly one of his best, and showcases everything that Black Sabbath is about.
One.
Number 3, 1, Metallica.
One isn't number one. There we go.
When it comes to Kirk Hammett, it feels like there are way too many solos to weed through
There is.
to determine his best. For example, there's the very popular Fade to Black.
No, everything from the first 4 records are eligible for the list.
After much debate, we settled on 1. The reason is simple. If you had to explain Metallica to someone who's never heard of them, this is the song you play.
Well, if you want to hear bass, then it isn't, but
Fast,
I guess.
melodic, beautiful. This thrash and speed metal track is the very essence of a Hammett solo, and Metallica rip it.
It's amazing. Mr. Crowley.
Number 2, Mr. Crowley, Ozzy Osbourne. There's a reason that Randy Rhoads' solo for Mr. Crowley has shown up more than once in our rankings. The song even beats out another of his famous solos, as found in Revelation, Mother Earth.
Fantastic. You know, the entire
Guitar solos
Blizzard of Ozz record is just fantastic.
ever constructed, regardless of tone.
Now this is a fucking guitar solo.
It's exactly what a guitar solo should be, which is an extension of the song, but also not without a personality.
It fucking destroys the entire song. It really does. It's a masterpiece.
Rhoads' legacy is filled with many incredible solos, and this is inarguably one of them. Before we unveil our top pick,
Not this solo. Through the fire and the flames of, you know, Dragonforce. It's so overdone. The Aftermath, the Guillotine Tree by Escape the Fate. It's a neat solo. It's right. It's just kind of too technical, you know. It's still neat, but it doesn't have any feel to it. Just not a lot. Speaking of feel, Rainbow Stargazer. It's fantastic. Yeah, I mean, Stargazer by Rainbow, it's one of the best. I've reviewed Rising, it's a fantastic record. You can guess the rating already, but you need to check it out if you love Rainbow. You know, love Dio, love Richie Blackmore, I love all of those people. Mother by Danzig. Not a big fan of this though. Oh yes, The Last Baron by Mastodon. Yeah, I've reviewed Crack the Sky as well. Fantastic record. Easily their best. I mean, come on now. Such a great record. Scene 3, 2, Fatal Tragedy by Dream Theater. Yeah, the solo on that. I believe the last song by John Mayong that he wrote, you know, until a dramatic turns of event after Mike Porno left the band. Yeah, number one, I knew it already. And actually, there's a bit of a debate here because Alex liked the Metallica solo more. He liked one more than Tornado of Souls. But I prefer Tornado of Souls because Megadeth is the better band. And they have the better solo, I think. I'm just saying.
Number 1.
Alex, you're wrong again.
Tornado of Souls, Megadeth.
I mean, just listen to the main solo. Oh my fucking god. It fucking destroys one.
Used to be in Metallica before abruptly being kicked out of the band. However, that didn't stop Mustaine from starting a little band of his own, Megadeth.
And blow me away.
And, well, he has quite the
Just
number of
Marty Friedman, Nick Menza, David Ellefson, and fucking Dave Mustaine. That was the definitive lineup for Megadeth, and they made their fucking masterpiece, man. Rust in Peace, still to this day the best metal album ever made. Enough said.
solos in his catalog. So does his bandmate Marty.
Yeah, it's even better than Blackwater Park, and that's ridiculous to say.
Who delivered a masterpiece on Tornado of Souls.
If you're better than Blackwater Park, then you're really fucking good.
Masterpiece on Tornado of Souls. Lengthy, rip-roaring, and with an
It is
abundance
just
of shred.
fucking
Just
flawless.
what a heavy metal guitar solo should be. Do you agree with our list?
Oh, I'm gonna turn up the fucking volume for this.
For more lightning-fast top 10s
Yeah,
published
shut
every
the
day,
fuck up.
be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
And then they don't play the ending of that fucking song. I mean, why does WatchMojo do this, man? I mean, fuck off. But yeah, this video is quite long. It's 27 minutes now. You know, I did say that it was a special, so of course I have a lot to say about it. But it was a really enjoyable video. I'm not sure who requested it. I'm not gonna say music fan because he requests kind of unique videos, I must say. I'm not sure who requested this. Maybe Rock do, because you know we had a debate the other day. Oh shit. Well, I have to say it now because I started, and otherwise people are gonna ask in the comments. Rockdo said that the music fan kind of requests things that are unique, to say the least. They are they're not the most straightforward list, like this one, like the heavy metal guitar solos, which are is kind of right in your face. It's kind of an interesting, neat idea. You don't hear people say, oh, react to the top 10 modern British bands to crack the US. That is kind of a detailed suggestion. But I have recorded that, so music fan will ask. But that was just a little debate that we had on Skype. But I still really dig the list. Megadeth was number 1, so that is amazing. Yeah, I mean Megadeth easily the best thrash band. I mean, come on now. Probably followed second by Overkill. I would say Overkill's great as well. Check them out. I don't know if they have a great metal solo, but they have great riffs though. They have enough of that. I believe the breakdown in Horoscope is so that is probably the only song that I really have stuck in my head right now. I've listened to 7 records by them at the moment, but let's not go into too much detail there. But Overkill is amazing. You need to know that. I got an idea. Why don't you talk over all the solos? Yes. Yes. The best comment, yep. Exactly, this is classic retarded video maker. Yes, it is. No Chuck Schuldiner, go home, Mojo, you're drunk. That is the thing with Chuck. You know, I do love the guy, don't get me wrong. He's easily the best thing that death metal ever got. I mean, come on now. But does he have? Yeah, he has solos. You know, on the Philosopher, of course. He has a great solo towards the middle section. The Crystal Mountain solo is great. Yeah, that is a solo, I believe. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I believe there were some solos on the Sound of Perseverance. So there we go. I mean, yeah, Chuck, of course. RIP. Let's rest in peace. Legend forever. So there we go. I do love Chuck, though. Don't get me wrong. One of my favorites. You guys shouldn't be allowed to touch metal. They really shouldn't. They just fuck up these lists so bad, you know. They probably should, you know, just have a metalhead, you know, on the... what is it? They should have a metalhead, you know, doing this, and then it would, you know, become much better. Floods is a great solo, but Domination... Yeah, they probably should have gone with Domination. Yeah, I mean, the solo is great, but the fucking breakdown, oh my god. The breakdown is probably the best in metal, so there we go. Seriously, who the hell makes these lists? It's like they're made by an edgy 40-year-old. I mean, Tornado Souls was number 1 though, so shut the fuck up. But yeah, it was kind of edgy, you know, with the Avenged Sevenfold pick, which I'm not a really big fan of. But the list was overall pretty good, so I hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know what would you pick on this list. I agree with Megadeth, Metallica, Slayer was pretty good. Although I wouldn't put them on the list, I would say, but I would put Dream Theater on the list, probably with... it's pretty hard, you know, with Fatal Strategy probably at number 10 or something, because Dream Theater is a great band. Picks like that, so I hope you've enjoyed the list. Let me know what are your favorite, you know, metal bands, favorite metal solos. Let me know in the comments down below. If you want to discuss it, because I have a lot of favorites, so there we go. I have no time anymore, so subscribe to the channel, like, sub, favorite all.